Have you ever suffered from depression? I know I have. I spent like 2 weeks sitting on the windowsill, just looking out the window. What the fuck was I thinking at the age of 13? I was like 12, 13 years old. But this is not the point, this is not my life story, it's just the tips. Because what I found on the internet and on YouTube specifically, there are loads of videos dedicated specifically to the ways you can fight your depression. There were no videos to tell you how to get into depression. So today, I'm gonna tell you just how to get yourself depressed, so you can make use of all those hundreds of video tutorials to help you fight depression. Just don't engage in your life. Don't even care about it. Don't try to make any positive change if you think your life is dragging. The purpose of your life is to sacrifice yourself for the sake of other people. 100% sacrifice. Total submission. Completely forget about yourself. Never. Let yourself think that your hard-earned achievements are actually your achievements. I mean, that is just too shallow. Never let your feelings out. Never let other people know what is bugging you. People will either think you're a pussy, a loser, or a wuss. And specifically, don't let yourself let your anger out. That is just bad. Only very bad people get angry. Always do what must be done. Especially if that's for other people. I'm not speaking of like paying mortgages, getting loans in the bank and then having to pay it all back. All those mortgages and loans that you have to pay back are really nothing. Promise you will do something global, something long-term, something absolutely huge. Make yourself feel like you owe something to other people. Always criticize yourself. Be unhappy about yourself, about your body size, about your lack of breasts, about your lack of extra inch on your cock, about your eye color, hair color, your not so white teeth, your not so small ears, your not so big ears. Be dissatisfied with everything and everything you do. Be a perfectionist whose requirements are impossible to meet. If you haven't already thrown away your medals, certificates, diplomas, then do it just straight away. Just get out and do it. Because you can do better. Perfection has no limit. Therefore, thinking logically, it's obvious that you will never reach the limit on that perfection. You've got to put all your effort, all your strength, all your skills, all your mental capabilities into trying to approach that perfection. The more time and effort you put into it, the better. And don't feel sorry for yourself. Another thing to help you get depressed is you've got to feel guilty all the time, because you know there's always a chance that you can cause someone harm unintentionally, or maybe you already have and someone is struggling already because of you. And maybe it's not just one person, or maybe it's not even a person. It can be a dog, a little squirrel you didn't give a nut to in the park. Maybe you stepped on someone's foot in the queue earlier. How fucking clumsy of you. Or maybe you couldn't accept the parcel that arrived for your neighbor, but you couldn't pick it up because you were taking a shower and didn't hear when the postman rang the doorbell. All of those people and animals felt upset when you didn't help them. Just how could you even do that? Always apologize for everything, because you are guilty even if you do try to do something nice and something right. I will give you an example. You were in the subway or underground and you took a free seat. First of all, that could have been an old lady that was in need of that seat. Second of all, you were breathing, all that was already stuffy as hell without you. How could you even deny other people oxygen? Or maybe you made a taxi driver drive another 2 meters just because there was a puddle and you didn't want to step in it. You should be ashamed, no joke. Never take any position. In fact, it's better not to have any opinion at all. You always need to think of what other people think of you. What they think about the way you dress, the way you eat, the way you act, the way you speak, what they think about your handwriting, what they think about the new diary that you have. You've got to make people, be it strangers or your family members or your friends, proud of you. You've got to live up to people's expectations of you. You can't just let them down. Always take as many responsibilities as you possibly can. You've got to be responsible for all the projects you have at work or uni or school. Be responsible for your mate's health and your neighbor's well-being. You've got to be responsible for the choice of your partner's daily outfit. And don't even think of sleeping until you find a way to rid the world of hunger, diseases, wars, human trafficking, exploitation, and oil spill consequences. You've got to make sure you never defend yourself or your interests. Unless, of course, you want to feel guilty. For example, you are alone late at night and there is a tipsy man who is petting you. His fingers already found their way into your knickers. Just do not pull away, don't turn them down. Maybe they're just sexually frustrated and dissatisfied and you can be the only person to help them. So go ahead. And last but not least, do not forget anything can happen in this world. I mean, world is such a dangerous place. You can go out and get raped, you can go out and get robbed, you can go out and get kidnapped and get trafficked to a different country where you will be forced to do prostitution. Just remember that people who surround you are not friendly at all. There are just too many maniacs and pedophiles and murderers and all sorts of criminals in the world. Always be ready for something bad to happen. And don't laugh. We all know that if you laugh, if you're having a lot of fun, then probably very soon you will be crying and you will be very sad. It is therefore better to restrict yourself from laughing at all. So this is it. And now, once you spend a few weeks sitting on the windowsill just looking out the window, once you try slitting your wrists a couple of times, then you will know you are depressed as And now, my friend, you can make use of all those videos on YouTube how to fight your depression. I was glad to help. Sarcasm wasn't intended at all. Please tell me you are living in the 21st century and you are witty enough to understand it.